This is the 2004 Audi B6, I believe. It's an A4. It's a Quattro. It's throwing misfires right now. Pretty much, I literally just finished. I got out the Z. Turns out when I got home, USP Motorsports. I wish I bought the box. It's upstairs. I already took it out. But this is the coolant flange. So it's for a 1.8T. I already have started. So I just started to take apart the intake. So basically the airbox. I was like looking online the last couple of days before I was gonna approach this. Okay, let me just put this down here for a second. And they included some gasket. Yeah, apparently to get to this axis over there, the coolant flange is at the back of the motor. It's a pain in the ass. We started off with 4 new NGK Spark Plugs for his misfires. Turns out that wasn't it. He's got a cylinder 2 misfire plus a random misfire going on right now. The next step would probably be the coil packs. Hopefully he doesn't have a bad fuel injector or compression in the cylinder is bad. But I feel like that's jumping the gun. The only thing is that let's start off with 4 coil packs. On a completely like different note for the car is a coolant leak. I should have more access when I take apart the intake and the valve cover. The valve cover I'm addressing because there's an oil leak. So I'm just going to do that too for him. It's an $18 valve cover, but it's an $18 gasket, but it's really labor intensive. I don't have to take off the valve cover. If you can see right there where I'm flashing my light, I don't know if you're going to get it or not. I'm going to try. Let me see here. All right, you see how that line is saturated with oil? I don't even really need to jack up your car. But I will drain the coolant out. I'm gonna drain all your coolant out and I'm gonna flush it because I flushed it with the regular coolant, and then I'm gonna drain it all out. And then with receipt, like I was draining it, I drained it already once. So I'm gonna drain all your coolant out, and then I'm gonna put in the OEM coolant from AutoZone. So I have to get this done really fast. Got the airbox out, and when I took it out, it was just filled with like a whole bunch of like dust and shit. So basically oil residue is all over there. I even cleaned it too, by the way. I power washed it, and it's still there. So I gotta clean it a little bit more. So yeah, stock airbox is out. I moved these vacuum lines. I disconnected the MAF sensor and some other things. All right, update. Popped out the J flange. So this is the flange, just in case you don't have a good view. Let's see. I'm trying to, 1 second, I'm sorry. Perfect. So this is what I meant by removing the airbox. Well, this is what most people, everyone meant. So when you move the airbox, pretty much I can put my hand and from this angle access those 2 bolts for the J flange. They are 10 millimeters. I don't know exactly how much you can record, but I'm gonna pull out the thermostat. I'm gonna pull out the J flange now. So, I keep saying thermostat. This right angle pick just went straight to my fucking finger. So I took off the pin that was holding off to the J flange that we're replacing right now. You want to zoom in right there to look right here as I pull it out. But now it's just like swapping it a little out, you know. Let's see. Basically, once I take out that, I just gotta just yank on it. This is the motherfucker. Basically, yeah. So it's a piece of shit, and I guess these tend to leak. Looks like this has been replaced though. Yeah. I'm just looking inside right now. So this is the part that fails, I guess. That people are saying that fails. So I'm just looking inside your coolant hose right now. I'm looking inside the back of the motor and where the where this was, I guess, was leaking, and just looking around it to see if I missed anything. And I don't think I did. Yeah, so I took off that in the bottom there. No, you can't see, it's okay, it's too far back. But you don't need to see, I'm just so it's leaking in the back of the motor. This is the failed part. This is the replacement. I see why it was leaking. All right, I found out what I was leaking. All right, you gotta look closer, okay? Bottom right here. It's supposed to be like a pin. I pretty much just twisted it upwards like this so I can take it out easily, but just imagine it, this is the actual position, right? Placement part. So look inside here. So inside here, there is no gasket or anything around here for the bottom hose going downwards, down towards the motor. So this is like this, but there's no gasket inside here. This is the replacement part, and this has a gasket already inside there, OEM. So it looks like this was replaced. So this was leaking before, because I saw that, look, come over here. There's these coolant garden hoses. Those were already there before. So someone had already opened that before. Someone had checked that, someone had opened that before. And I guess when they put it back, they didn't put back the gasket for this coolant hose down there below for the crossover. They didn't put the gasket back. Yeah, see, here's the new O-ring for this. This is a new O-ring for the going to the motor. This is actually gonna go this way to your motor, like this, inside there. This way. And this is the old one you have here. And this is the old one. So new gasket over here. New gasket over there for that sensor. Everything in the bag here. I need a new temp sensor and this like clip. It's like a alligator clip. So I'm gonna go to Audi dealer tomorrow and get that. It's the Audi dealership though. Okay, see, I see Chevy, I see Collision. I think I have to do a U-turn. All right, so pretty much just got to the Audi dealership. Called the guy. Parts guy was cool as fuck, and he told me that he does have the temp sensor. Ooh, look at these fucking sick ass Porsches. Okay, like there's a spot right here. I'm gonna go park. I'm like juggling fucking two things with one hand. Blue one just catches your eye. It's fucking sick. Park to see. All right, so I just took the valve cover off now. So I got the valve cover off. It's extremely dirty. Your oil looks like it just stained it. I'm gonna scrub it out and clean it. And so the gasket I'm pulling off, I'm gonna try and record it to checking to see where exactly it was leaking from. How this shit turns out. The next step would be to clean all this old sealant, all this old any goo or whatever, make it really clean. So that way when I put on the new gasket, it's gonna be really nice and seal good. And I'm gonna clean out all his insides and stuff like that and try and tighten it up a little bit before putting back together the valve cover with the valve cover gasket. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the new coolant flange that I have right here all set up. Everything back together already. It's like the end of the night. This was a big pain in my ass. New coil packs installed. I gotta clear codes. Double checking everything, all the tubes. If you see any like new metal hardware or anything, it's because I replaced it with an easier style than your factory style or whatever, the factory style. Coil packs in, everything's back in. Basically intake, valve covers back in. Look, it's sealed pretty good.